In these challenging economic times, I kind of understand why a lot of us would, want to enjoy summer without having to break the bank. And this is why I've actually put together a list of, amazing, fun, and of course, exciting activities, yet budget friendly, that you can actually do in the summer without having to break the bank, without the heavy price tag, right? So yeah, let's get right into the video. Hey everyone, my name is Opayemi and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be giving you guys a list of fun activities or fun summer activities that you can actually do, on a budget. And some don't even require any money at all. So the first on my list is actually visiting museums and galleries. And I think about 1 week ago, I actually posted a video. I shared a vlog, and in that vlog, I actually shared my experience visiting a museum in the UK for the very first time. Before that day, I'd not visited a museum in the UK. And even before that day, the only time I'd visited a museum in my life was when I was back in Lagos, and it was even a gallery, so to say. So that experience was like the second experience for me visiting a museum, in my entire life, and it was a life-changing moment for me. Of course, it was free. I didn't even have to pay for admission was free. They allowed me to bring my son with me. The museum was quite big, like bigger than what I anticipated. They had loads of sections that actually explained several parts of the British history. And I remember even in that vlog, I explained the fact that I learned a lot of things as regards the British culture and of course the history of the United Kingdom. And the thing about museums and galleries, from my own experience or from my knowledge, is that the UK is very rich in that regard. Like wherever you live, you would find a museum. To the best of my knowledge, wherever you live, you should be able to find either a gallery or a museum. It could be an art gallery, and but you should be able to find a museum regardless of where you live in the United Kingdom. So this is one opportunity you might want to explore. For me, the day I went there, it was absolutely free. Like I didn't have to pay a dime. So you may want to consider doing that. You would have fun, and of course you would learn a lot about history and of course the rich culture of the United Kingdom. The second on my list is actually visiting a park, and more like having a picnic in a park. This is something that I used to even do, back home, even before I moved to the United Kingdom. And this is particularly something that I grew up into, because even when I was much younger, my dad and my mom would always take us, out during the weekends, for picnics. So this is something that you may want to imbibe. Especially in summer, it doesn't cost you anything. Look for the nearest park to where you live, so you don't even have to travel very far away from home. Look for the nearest park to where you live. Whatever it is you'll be eating that day as a family. So if it's, whatever. I'm Nigerian, so let's say for instance, that Saturday or whatever day of the week it is, but let's just say on the Saturday, I've actually planned that we'll be eating jollof rice and chicken. It's actually fantastic. Pack whatever you'll be eating that day, the drinks, snacks, fruits, and of course the main meal itself. Pack everything in a box, wherever you want to pack the food. Pack everything in a box. Either you drive your car or you go by bus. So just go to the nearest park. You don't even have to buy something fancy like a picnic mat. If you cannot afford a picnic mat, it's absolutely fine. You can just get like a blanket, a throw, whatever you have in your house. Just grab a piece of cloth, go to the nearest park and just put the cloth on the floor. You yourself and your family enjoy whatever meal you've taken there. Eat the meal, drink whatever whatever drink you have, drink, have fun, take pictures. It's also a good time for you to talk about old memories, just reminiscing, right? So I particularly love picnics, and it's also a way for you to just get some fresh air, honestly. Like, especially if you don't have a life outside of work, so you pretty much go to work and then you come back home. I feel like going to the park for a picnic is a way to, enjoy fresh air, enjoy nature, and of course have fun with family. And of course you're also creating memories that in future you will look back and reminisce on those memories. So picnic in the park is also, a fun summer activity. The next on my list is actually exploring nature, and this particularly is something I've been longing to do, especially if you live in a city. You really don't get to have enough time to sit back and enjoy nature. You're either working or working, right? I know, but if you want to take a step back and enjoy nature, honestly, going to the countryside would be a good one. wherever you live, I want to believe that there will be a part of maybe your city. If you live in a very busy city, for instance, I want to believe there will still be a part of that city that is not so busy. If you get what I mean. You may want to go to the part of the city where you live that is like not so busy. So somewhere that would actually be a replica of, you know, the countryside. So look for that kind of area wherever you live. And of course, if you even like live in a town, you're actually blessed. And if you live in the countryside, you are absolutely blessed. So you don't need to pay a dime, you know, to go for hiking. So you can go for a hike, you can go for a nature walk. So this summer, just go to a place or places where you would have that countryside atmosphere, if you get what I mean. That countryside atmosphere, that countryside feeling. Go to places like examples of places like that is maybe like the Lake District, say like the Scottish Highlands. Honestly, in the UK there are several places like that you can actually go for nature walk and you just enjoy nature, soak in nature, like, and of course you would have fun as well and maybe even burn some calories. Okay, so if you actually live in a city, then you're actually blessed as well, because I remember saying, oh, if you live in the countryside, you're blessed. Yes, even if you live in the city, you're actually blessed. I know that, like, when we used to live in Essex, which is like very, very close to London, we used to go to London a lot for a lot of tours, like my husband and I. And I know that in London they have like these city tour guides, if I'm correct. I think they're called tour guides. So even in your city, you can actually explore that city where you live in, explore that town where you live, wherever you live, explore, you know, those areas where you actually live at the moment. So if you live in a city, I mean, that's even a plus. There are walking tour guides that you can actually pay. I mean, not something so expensive. I'm not so sure of the amounts now, but I know in the past we've gone for a few tours and they didn't cost so much. So in your city, you can go to Google and just type on Google city walking tours, and I'm sure you'll find one or two tours, you know, going on in your city. Places like London, Manchester, Liverpool, big cities honestly have this kind of walking tours. So you can even go out with people, you know, in a group, people you don't even know. So that's also a good way to meet new people, make new friends, you know, learn more about your city, explore your city, and of course burn some calories because you'll be walking, you're getting fresh air, and of course you're having fun. The next activity on my list is actually going to the beach. Jesus Christ, summer is a good time to go to the beach. I really don't know if anybody wants to go to the beach in winter. I don't know if people do, but I mean, it just sounds crazy to go to the beach in winter. It's absolutely cold in winter. So I believe summer is a great time to go to the beach and show some summer body, you know, show some summer skin. Also get tanned. Like if you really, really want to get tanned, the best thing to do is also, you know, go to the beach. And I remember when we were back in Essex, we've been to Southend Beach before and we had a great time in Southend Beach. You don't even need money to go to a beach, at least from my own experience. The only beach I've been to in the UK is Southend Beach, and we didn't have to pay any amounts. Like, so there are things you can do without even, you know, spending a dime. We went there, we had fun, and then we came back home without having to pay a dime. The only things we paid for was maybe buying ice cream. They were just things that we wanted to maybe eat or drink, but paying to actually go to the beach itself, no, that didn't happen. So that's also a way to have fun this summer. Go to the beach with family and friends, you know. That would also help you to get some tanning without having to, you know, pay for tanning. And of course, you enjoy the scenery. I mean, watching the ocean rise and fall is also a good thing to do. And like I said, fresh air is very, very important. You'll be able to soak in a lot of sun as well. And that means loads of vitamin D. So yeah, you may want to consider going to the beach because you don't need money to go to the beach. So the next activity is actually attending local festivals and of course events. In one of my very, very old videos, I remember talking about, I think the title of the video is apps that you need to have on your phone if you live in the United Kingdom, something in that line. And I remember in that video I actually talked about the Eventbrite app. So if you're watching this and you don't have the app, this is not a sponsored video, but you may want to download the app. And the reason why I'm saying this is because on that app they also have a website, so either the app or the website, you'll find loads of events, festivals, conferences, whatever it is, loads of events, in your neighborhood that you didn't even know were happening. Like you wouldn't have known these things are happening if not because of Eventbrite. And this is something that has really helped me. Like once I go to Eventbrite, I have the app, and sometimes I just go through their website. You find events that you don't even have to pay for, like free events that you can attend in your town or even in your city if you live in a city. So I would actually encourage you guys to use Eventbrite often. Like, it is really, really a good platform to find events that are kind of engaging, and you may even learn from, and of course meet new people. Of course, even if you don't want to use the Eventbrite app, just go on Google. I feel like Google has like a lot of answers for us. Go on Google and just type local festivals or local events, you know, or events near me. Type something in that line on Google, and you'll be so amazed to know that there are several free events, you know, happening all around you. But because you've not, you know, sought for information regarding that, I mean, you never knew. So please go online, search for events, free events now, or maybe budget-friendly events, or festivals, you know, in your neighborhood, in your community, and you'll be so amazed at the things that you would find online happening in your neighborhood. So the next activity I'll be talking about is something that, even though I've not done yet in this summer, but I'll be attending one tomorrow actually. But over the last 3 almost 4 years, I've actually attended a lot of these, and that's attending barbecue parties or attending parties that your friends have organized. So for me, I would say that the last 3 summers, or let me say 2 summers now, excluding COVID period, but the last 2 summers, I've attended loads and loads of barbecue parties organized by my colleagues, my friends, my loved ones in their own home. So if your friends want to organize or are planning to organize, say barbecues, summer parties and all of that, you should encourage them to do so. And of course, even you yourself can actually organize one. And you don't need to do that by breaking the bank. You don't even need a lot of money to, you know, have a barbecue. Of course, buy the meat you need, buy the pork, but you can buy them in small quantities. And you know, another thing you could do, you and your friends or family or loved ones can actually come together and contribute money to have like a barbecue, and then choose a venue that is budget friendly. You can even do that in your own house or in your own home, or maybe your friend's house and all of that. So you don't even need money to have like barbecue. I'm actually going for one tomorrow, and I'm so excited already. So you yourself can host one, or you can come together with your friends and, you know, contribute whatever you have to have barbecue done in your garden, and that's it. Or you could even attend, you know, barbecues that other people have organized, like friends, family, church members and all of that. So yes, that's also something you can do. Maximizing the relationships in your life. So how do I say that? Like sometimes you're bored, you don't have places to go to, or you're really on a budget and you can't even travel, you know, abroad for vacation or holiday, but you have friends and family around you, right? You have loved ones, you have colleagues around you that you can actually visit. So how about you asking people that you know, like, oh, can we hang out on Saturday? Can we go out on Friday? Can I visit you on Sunday? Like, if they say yes, that's a good activity. So to say, visiting friends and family, yes, that's the name of the activity, right? Visiting friends and family, loved ones, colleagues. I mean, of course, you need their consent to visit them, but I know a lot of people will say yes to you visiting them in summer, because summer is the only time that we get to like mingle with people. But that's the best time to actually mingle with people, visit people and all of that. So yes, ask people if you can visit them. And yes, also encourage people to visit you. And trust me, you don't need a lot of money. You can get a pack of cookies, a pack of biscuits, and water, or maybe a very cheap drink, maybe Coke. I mean, it will only cost you £1 to buy Coke. And eventually, you may not even spend more than £10, you know, if you invite friends over to your house. As long as they're genuine friends, they really don't expect so much from you. They themselves can even bring whatever they will be eating and drinking to your house. So yes, that's also another activity. Visit family and friends, loved ones, and of course encourage people to also visit you. And you may even be very kind by telling them that you're really on a budget, and they may volunteer to bring their food, their drinks, and whatever it is that they would love to consume, you know, during the visit. So that's actually something you can do in summer. The last activity I'll be talking about is just standing in strategic locations in your city or your town, wherever you live. Just stand in strategic locations. Don't forget, we're talking about activities that will not cost you a dime, activities that would not, I mean, activities that are kind of free or budget friendly. So this is absolutely free. If you know strategic locations in your city or wherever you live that is kind of busy, maybe busy, or maybe you have things going on in that area, just go there, just stand and watch. I remember there are times that, not because I really want to do that, like I don't have anything to do, but there are just times that when I have things to do at Manchester City Centre, after I've done whatever, whatever I've gone there to do, there are times I just stay back for another 10 to 15 minutes just watching as people are going, watching as people are buying things, just watching people as they're going about their normal activities. And it can actually be fun watching people do normal things. So just stand in locations in your city. I keep saying city, but wherever you live, right? Stand in whatever locations, strategic locations, busy locations, and it doesn't even have to be busy. Wherever, just stand at strategic spots where you can watch people, just watch the hustling and bustling of your city. And I feel like this is also a fun activity. This is something I actually do whenever I go out, like to the city center. I just stay back for another 5, 10, 15 minutes, just watching people, observing people. And in that way, you're learning as well. You're learning how to interact with people, enjoying fresh air. And of course, you don't even need money to do all of that. So if you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And of course, share this video with family or friends who are actually on a very strict budget. And as much as they would love to go on holiday abroad, they cannot just afford to. And of course, click on the notification bell so you know whenever I put up videos on my channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I would love to elicit more ideas from you guys. So if you have other activities that you yourself have enjoyed in past summers, let us know in the comment section. If there are other activities that are budget friendly, because we don't want to break the bank, right? So if there are other activities that you have enjoyed or you feel that people would enjoy, please let us know in the comment section, and of course I will be reading your comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.